Hey, Tussle, it's Lussell here, and you'd be surprised to know that we're doing another dive at V Point. Beautiful day, and I'm excited to take you on this dive. Let's go.
So immediately after dropping, I was a little late to drop, and I lost both my dive buddies. So I was going down, and I was really just trying to split the difference between both their bubble trails. And that seemed to work. I pretty much landed right between both of them, and here we are trying to find the first big wall. It's a little chaotic when you first get down there. The walls are between 60 to 50 feet depending on the tide, and you basically go down deeper than they are and then start swimming, trust your compass, start swimming south, and then keep looking uphill, and eventually in the distance right here you'll see a beautiful wall. And Viz was really good today, so we were able to see quite a bit, so you can kind of see how mesmerizing it is in the distance, seeing this thing come out of nowhere. And then you just go up to the wall and you start following it. You see where it goes, and you just follow it all the way south, and you'll see kind of tiers of wall, and there's little critters growing everywhere, and it's always different. Nighttime's different from daytime. The only constant, though, is you're going to see tons of lobsters. There's just tons of lobsters in these little crags along the wall. You'll see one of my dive buddies right in front of me, and he, in a previous life, used to be a scientific diver, and he's an expert in invertebrates identification. He's just pointed out a moon snail there for me. And you might remember from last video, we saw a couple moon snails. Yeah, they're there. You see in the distance right there some kelp growing, and that's actually quite surprising because we don't see a whole lot of kelp growing in this area. And note, this is around 60 feet, so this kelp is surviving pretty well at about a 60-foot depth near this wall. And it looks reasonably healthy. So on the other side, right here, you can see kelp in the back. That was the kelp we just saw. This is, I believe, what they mean when they call it V point. That is the point. Here's a little sea anemone, and there's just a random puff from some filter feeder. You see right there, that was a cool shot. Just the puff of stuff coming out. And there's our invertebrate detective, completely inverted, pointing out a California glaha. That was fun to watch. It's, I don't really have the camera set up to do a macro shot, but one of my previous videos, I show a decent image of a California glaha. And then this right here, I believe, it's not an eel, it's like a sarcastic French fish or something like that, from memory. Anyways, this guy was a little bit nervous around me, but every time I went to leave, he'd poke his head out further, and then I'd film him, and it was this weird back and forth. So see, I leave, it comes out a little. Yeah, there he is. Weird fish. Interactions like this, you really see how completely foreign we are to everything down here. Here's a good shot where you can see the tiers. So there's one wall, and behind that there's another wall. So you got my dive buddy there looking at one, and then you can go up to the next level. It's about 5 to 10 feet higher than that wall. This is a rockfish of sorts that seem to be very willing to swim and pose for me. I actually follow it to probably my favorite part of this wall system, which is the part where there's a little cave where we've seen a huge sheep's head hang out. And we haven't really seen it there for a while. You'll see that right here. And to my surprise, when I was reviewing this footage, I actually caught a moray eel right in the top part of the cave. You can just barely see it in a couple frames. You see it? Anyway, so he comes back out, and this whole cave, it's kind of connected to this part over here. I'll end with a shot of the last thing that you can see before you get into all the scum in the shallows, which is just the sand dollar field as you go through. Well, thanks for watching. Dive on.